Hi, my name is Elias and I am the Family Works Outreach Specialist. Today, I am at the Emergency Food Bank, where we're going to take a quick tour and learn a little bit more about their history and how they provide to the community. We are also going to go over some of the programs that they provide, like the RX Nutrition Program, the 201 DoorDash, and also the community garden that they have growing in the back. Now let's go inside and go meet the CEO, Leonard. We are joined today by Leonard, the CEO of the Emergency Food Bank. Leonard, can you go over a little more about the history of the Emergency Food Bank and the mission statement? Has the mission statement changed over the years?
No, it's grown a little bit. Right now, the statement is that we basically are trying to improve the quality of life. I can give it to you identically if you want. The mission of the Emergency Food Bank is to build a stronger community by providing a safety net of healthy food, nutrition, education, and hope to residents of San Joaquin County. That's pretty much where it started. It started with 3 concerned citizens who were members of a church, and I right this minute cannot remember the name of the church. The church wasn't the sponsor, but that's where they knew each other from. And they started using a garage, eventually a auditorium, an old that wasn't being used, and they grew through several different facilities until the city was able to land them here. But it started in 1968, and it was truly at that particular moment, when you're stretched and it's an emergency, we're here. And then of course we were able to expand the facility over time to the point where it's here all the time. And it can always be there. And this is what we do. We're the largest distributor of packaged emergency food in San Joaquin County. So if somebody needs something, they can come here and we have it. We don't always have exactly the flavor of Dannon yogurt you may want, or necessarily the produce item that you would want today, but we would have fresh produce, and we would have meat and dairy and items for people to eat. So it's available, and we support multiple pantries, 13 pantries throughout Stockton, 63 sites on the mobile store market. All of those things that we do are to distribute food. Did you get a chance to see the new USDA box out there?
I did not.
Okay. The new box, which is brand new today, went from 12 pounds of produce to 37 pounds. It includes milk, eggs, dairy, cheese, protein, and produce. And this is all from the government in relationship from COVID-19. They're using suppliers that existed in the school systems, who at this particular moment are obviously not supplying the schools because they're not open, to produce a box that literally can feed a family for several days. And right now, this is a brand new one. It just came out today, and it has every part of the meal that you need. And that is the Emergency Food Bank. And that's what we've been doing for all these years, from 1968 on.
Did you guys have expanded on type of program? Because I didn't realize that you had your own garden, and on top of that, you give that food back to the community.
Sure. We have a master gardener. Actually, we have 3 of them. And the gardens out back are used normally to teach about how to grow your own food and how to cook it, and what the nutrition is and how to actively use that. At this particular moment, we're harvesting the food and putting it right into the pantry and putting it out for clients to use. But normally that is something that we do in the kitchen, and Alex and her crew will go out and they will give nutrition lessons at each one of those 63 sites. They will have classes here on a weekly basis over several days during the week, where you can come in and you can learn about what you should be eating, how you can cook it, what it looks like, and how to handle it at your home. So COVID-19 has put a suspension on some of that, although we still do give out the nutrition information each time that we do a mobile farmers market site. So that is really what we do, is to try to address the emergency and then to educate to the point where someone can move beyond the emergency with the help that we can give.
That's good. That's good to hear. Thank you, Leonard. I'm just gonna walk around and take a tour.
Okay.
We will now be talking to Catherine, one of the garden helpers, correct?
I am a master gardener, and there are two of us doing this, but Tina's in charge because she planted most of these things. I just came aboard a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. That's super cool.
Now the reason that you see me handpicking the bugs is because of my personal interest. I happen to be an entomologist.
Oh, wow.
So I go after insects, and I was looking at these nasty little bugs. Okay, we've got a couple of adults and thinking, what species? Now, we haven't tried to identify them because it didn't matter what they were. They were chewing on our collard greens, and we knew how to handle bugs. But I'm bothered that we had adults. So I cleared a whole bunch of little egg cases, and you could tell they were newly laid. All right, so we're working on it. But I use soapy water because I would not eat food that has been sprayed with pesticides.
No, yeah, of course.
And I don't want to use even the stuff that is legal for agriculture to use. I don't want to use here. So we're doing all of our bugs. I hand pick them off and drop them into soapy water. And what you saw me was putting a sheet out on the ground so that I could see them, as bugs like to drop into the soil and hide. You can't find them then. But if they fall on my sheet, I can find them easily.
So everything's all natural here. You guys do not use no pesticide.
We do our best. We actually follow the UC Davis guidelines, which is integrated pest management, lowest use of as little pesticide, if ever, as possible. And even then, I personally am against, see, my specialty is parasitic wasps. These are teeny tiny things you wouldn't know as wasps. Couldn't sting you if they wanted to, but they are actually responsible for getting rid of most of the pests in our garden. And they're the ones that are more sensitive to the insect spray than anybody uses. So I really am against insecticide on a personal level. They kill my favorite creatures.
It's more labor intensive too, isn't it?
Much more labor intensive, but it also requires knowing. It doesn't have to be more labor intensive as long as you know what you're after. And that's the whole point of integrating pest management, is to be able to identify and know what you're after. And I happen to be an insect taxonomist, so that helps.
That's good.
So, yeah, but I've been just dealing with bugs, and now I have to figure out what kind of bug.
Yeah, you're doing, well, I think you guys are doing a swell job.
And what was amazing, the first day I was in here was a week ago Friday, so that's when I first started here. I picked over there 67 pounds of incredible butternut squashes.
Oh, wow.
I could not believe it. That area, you can't see it, but there, if you take a good look with the camera and you look underneath, there are all of these huge, heavy, full of rich food for people. And I feel good about it because I want all of the people that come to the food bank to get good, nutritious meals. And I want to be sure they get good nutrition and they get the kind of food I would serve at my table.
That's good. What's your name again?
Catherine Schick.
Catherine.
And I actually have worked on at the food bank on the line where we fill up the shopping carts too.
Oh wow, yeah.
I feel strongly there because it's like, you know, yes, you put 6 bread items or 5 bread items into each cart, but I want to be sure that I'm not giving them 5 donuts. I'm giving them, you know, some good solid bread and as much whole wheat and organic stuff as I can. And we're lucky because a lot of our stuff is organic and it is good and it's whole wheat and very nutritious. So I feel good. I feel happy for the food bank. The people that need the food are getting good food. To me, that's very important.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
I'm smiling behind the mask.
Me too.
Sorry.
Now we are going to quickly visit 211 and ask a little more about the DoorDash. Hi Tamisha, how are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well, and yourself?
Pretty swell. Tamisha, can you go over the requirements to be a part of DoorDash?
With DoorDash, it is a 10-mile radius that you have to be in within the food pantry. So callers will call in to us, we would transfer them over to a DoorDash specialist. The DoorDash specialist will then get their zip code and do a Google map search to make sure they are within that 10-mile radius. If they are, they'll set them up for a box of food items. That box can range to approximately 25 pounds. It can vary from fresh produce, fruits and veggies, frozen items, milk, and your non-perishable items as well. With North Stockton, that is open to seniors that are 65 years or older, as well as for households that have 4 or more members within the household. They will call into 211 Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. So we can do an intake for North Stockton and set those families up or the seniors up with a delivery of fresh fruits and veggies from our local farms.
Thank you, Tamisha. That is great to know.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Now back to the Emergency Food Bank to talk with Alex about how they are virtually bringing nutritional classes. Alex, this is a lot of food.
Yeah, so I just signed up my participants because I do a program called Food RX, and that's a nutrition education program. And they have to complete a nutrition class, and then after they complete it, DoorDash will deliver a bag of produce and a bag of food to their house.
Are you the nutritionist here?
Yes, I'm the educator.
Oh, so you used to do the classes.
Yes, I do.
And then
classes,
and it got shut down.
yeah, so right now we're doing an online class, an online program. It's called Food RX, like a food prescription kind of thing. So I do the 1 hour class with like a cooking demonstration to show them how to cook the foods that they get from the food bank, and they get a free delivery of food, and they also get like materials. That's what this is for. I'm delivering materials to them so that they'll have it with for the classes and
Okay.
stuff like that. So yeah, we just started last week.
Oh, so you just recently readapted.
Yeah, this is so new to us. I was doing YouTube videos and having them just go to the YouTube link and watch it, because a lot of them come because they don't know how to cook healthy foods, you know. So whenever they come by, they always look for the cooking demonstration to figure out how to cook the foods that they get in you know, the healthiest way possible.
Are you still delivering food to the community centers?
So that's the mobile farmers market. We haven't been going out. We just do deliveries.
Dude, I know they were telling me. But I think the other day you guys do mobile pickup too, don't you? Like at community centers?
Yeah, so we still do the whole mobile farmers market. So we'll go out, just like how you would think, we'll go out. The only thing that's different is we don't sit there and give out the food and show them a cooking demonstration.
Yeah.
We give them the materials and the people, because you know each center has their own procedure of distancing and things like that. So when they would, before COVID, it was no problem for them to come, you know. So now that COVID happened, we're just delivering the produce to them, giving them the materials, and then having them distribute it out themselves.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. So what's the criteria for you to come over here and just get food?
Oh, you can have your a paperwork showing where you stay, like a PG&E bill or something like your ID. You come in, you just get your food. Even you can get food.
You don't have to. It doesn't matter how much you make.
Don't know, just come in, get your food.
And they want to know who's in the house and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, it's real simple, real easy.
How many times you can come a month?
Twice a month, and one free. But that last Wednesday of the month, it's free. The county comes in and give you food.
That's good to know. And it's easy, right? You just drive in.
Drive in.
You drive in.
Come around. They'll check you in right here.
Right here? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
They check you in there. They would escort you across the street and this.
Okay. Yeah, and then and they take that whole cart, huh?
They take the whole and they put it in your trunk.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a lot of food. They are giving away about 70 pounds of food, and that is a lot of food for any household. And if you all know, we all go grocery shopping, it is hard to spend anything less than $50 on groceries. Please look them up and take advantage of the program. they're providing a lot of food. If you have any more questions or if you want to contact them, I'm gonna put their information up again, or you can contact me at 209-244-0135. Again, my name is Elias. I'm the Outreach Specialist with the Family Works program. Thank you and goodbye.